Hello and welcome back. This is video number 4 in this series. We'll be covering section 3.4, mixed numbers. Probably be a shorter video than normal, but that's good for us. Let's get right into the business of things here. We're talking about mixed numbers here, and we're on page 8 in your notes. And a mixed number is basically a whole number, which is the 3, with a fraction. Okay, so you've got the 3 and the fraction. So you got the whole number, 3, you got the fraction 1/4. Okay, so that's a mixed number there. If you have a fraction where the top number is larger than the bottom number, where the numerator is greater than the denominator, you can rewrite it, and you really should, in your answers, write those answers as mixed numbers there. We'll talk more about what I expect from you in that in class. For your answers. So the first thing you'll have to be able to do, bottom of page 8, is to be able to convert a mixed number to a fraction. So you've ended up, maybe you have a mixed number and you want to turn it into an improper fraction, or just fraction notation, we call that. This is the how-to page. Multiply the whole number times the denominator. I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute, but these are just the steps. You'll multiply the whole number times the denominator. You will add the result to the numerator. So you've multiplied whole number, denominator. You add in the numerator after you do that. And then you just keep the denominator the same. Okay, so there's your steps. And I will show you how to do that on this next slide here, which is page 9 for you. Okay, so we have this fraction, 5 2/3. Well, the first thing that it said to do on the previous slide was to multiply these two numbers here, the 5 and the 3. Okay, so basically we could say that this is equal to 5 times 3, and then we're going to add the 2. 5 times 3 plus 2. And then it said to keep this denominator, the 3. Okay, so if we keep that 3 there, that's going to be the result. Now we just have to work this out. 5 times 3 is 15. We still got that plus 2 over 3. And then we can add that 15 and the 2 and say that that is 17/3. Okay, so this 17/3, it's the same value as 5 and 2/3. So that's how we do it. Again, we multiply and add. Okay, multiply and add. All right, so what I tell people is think check mark. Okay, see the check mark in there? And then think that you got 5 and 2/3. We changed colors of pen here, and it might show up a little bit better for us. I'll change to red. You're going to create a check mark down and up. Okay, and look, 5 times 3 plus 2. Okay, so it's check mark. Multiply this number here times, see the X in there? Times, and then you add that, so you can see multiply, add. Just go in that order. That's a nice little trick that you can hang on to, maybe help you to remember how to do that, because remember, you're going to have to be able to do that without a calculator for me on the next test. Okay, well, what if I want to go backwards, where I have a fraction and you need to change that to mixed? All right, so here are the steps. You're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. Then you're going to put whatever that whole value is. That's your whole number. You'll see this in a moment. And then the remainder is the numerator. Okay, so you're going to multiply the whole, you're going to divide the numerator. You're going to put the wholes as the whole number, and you're going to put the numerator, the remainder as the numerator, and keep the denominator the same. Sounds more confusing than it is when we see it in this example here. Now this is pretty important that you're able to do both of these in order for us to survive addition and subtraction that's coming up after this video here. So let's do an example here. for that, and then we'll be done with this video here. Essentially, this is 39 sevenths. So what you can do is think of that as 39 divided by 7 in a way. If you're asked to change it, this is what you're doing. You're dividing 39 divided by 7. So if I did this from the things I learned in chapter 1, I asked myself, well, how many 7s go into 35? Well, that's 5. Remember, you can use your 20 by 20 times table. Let me show you how to do that. If I can find it here. That's not it. Here it is right there. If I'm trying to divide 39 divided by 7, okay, watch my mouse. I have 7 right here. Okay, I go across and try to find 39. Well, I found 35, and then 42 is too large. So I know that 7 goes into 35 5 times. Okay, so I know that that's my whole number there. Then I just have to ask myself, well, what's the remainder after that? So at least I've got my whole number is 5. And I will go over more of that in class there. If that's confusing to you, I can show you how to do that. So I've got to restart my writing here. 39 divided by 7. So I used that multiplication table, and I saw that it goes in there 5 times without going over. So let's do our division here. 5 times 7 is 35. Now if I subtract that and I go ahead, normally in chapter 1 we would have said remainder 4. Well, we don't do that anymore. We're going to go ahead and say that we have now 4 out of 7. You see, it takes, remember the definition of a fraction, it takes 7 to make a whole number, so we only have 4 of them, so we have a fraction of sevenths there. Okay, so we have 4 out of 7. So this, as a mixed number, would be 5 and 4 sevenths. Okay, it's going to be key that you can go back and forth between fraction notation and mixed number notation as we hit addition and subtraction coming up here, which is usually the most missed part of this next test. So it's going to be worth your time to spend some time in this video and the next 2 videos following this as well. So have a good day.